A single dad who had never married. I got custody of Caleb. He was just a baby. And for the first 5 years of his life, it was just the two of us. When he was 4 years old, I met my wife, Jenny. She too was a single parent with a son, just 2 years older than Caleb. During the first 4 years of our marriage, we added 2 daughters to our family, and our lives were headed down what we felt was the perfect path that God had planned for all of us. But somewhere along that path, in the midst of all the joy, a false seed of negativity toward my wife was planted in my son's head and slowly spread to his heart. We were completely unprepared for the day that our home was destroyed and our lives affected in a way we never thought possible. The night my son was taken away from us, I was overcome with fear. After months of detention centers that had only hardened Caleb's soul and desperate for answers and a way to help my son, I heard about Generations Group Homes. For the first time, I felt like there might be a light at the end of the tunnel. The burden that was lifted off our shoulders, knowing that there was somewhere for Caleb to go to get the help that he so desperately needed and that we did not know how to provide, was overwhelming. Generations is teaching Caleb how to rebuild himself from the inside out and providing him with a future that he would never have seen otherwise. The amount of time and resources it takes to treat these boys is beyond comprehension, but the end result is nothing short of a miracle. Generations is changing lives, and Caleb and I are living proof that the services they provide really do work.
I grew up not knowing who I was as a person. Grew up not knowing who my actual mother was. I was told that 2 different people could be, but didn't really believe anybody because everybody's action was totally different. I didn't trust a lot of people, including males. Any males that tried to get to know me or tried to ask me a simple question, I would either balled up or just turn the other cheek. So trust came within myself. I had to trust myself to be able to trust someone with my feelings. And I broke out of that shell once I got to Generation.
You know, going to jail, first I thought that was a good thing. You know, I was popular because I went to jail and I got in trouble for things in school. I see myself in a cell. It was just like an experience. Like, I'm like, why am I here? Like, why did I do what I did? And I was just like thinking, like, this is not me. And it really was kind of hard for me to trust anybody. Then I ended up here in Generations.
At DJJ, I could trust some people, but not that many. Excited that I can just like have a second chance, and a place where I can actually like wear my own clothes instead of wearing a jumpsuit. And so he can get a pillow because he didn't have a pillow in jail.
That first morning as I stepped into Generations, I was like this is not a jail facility. Like it's basically freedom. It was that really made me think like, you know, I'm like home. This is home for me. While I'm here, I think I should learn something. If Generations wasn't there for me, of course, you know, to this day I would probably be in jail.
My wife is a big help to me, and she's definitely opened me up and getting to trust her as being my wife, and trusting her with my past and trusting her with everything. For anybody that's want to know Generation for who they are, I suggest to get involved as a volunteer or just as a walkthrough just to see how they operate. Generation would provide you with a homecoming experience, which is very comfortable, very classy. I challenge anybody to be a part of Generation, to help rebuild and help reconnect these boys to their families and to help them build a better future.
We need people to get involved. We need people to come see what Generations is all about, be a part of the solution. Come out here, experience these kids, experience your own defining moments, and have an opportunity to try to do something about this and to try to be a part of the solution.
It can be a little overwhelming when people find out what Generations is about. Like they might think they need some special skills or some kind of counseling background, but if you were a child, that's all the experience you need. I once heard long ago, we all give what we can afford. I know I can afford. I'm not wealthy, but I can afford the time, and I get back so much more than I give. And I highly recommend that you reach out to Generations, check out their website, and see what opportunities there are for you.
I want to say thank you to Ms. Kathleen, to Ms. Roseanne, to Amy, to Brian, and all the staff at Generation for all your hard work and all your dedication.
As the Director of Development at Generations, I really get to meet some amazing people who really get what our mission's about. They understand that these kids deserve second chances. They understand that we're an investment, a good investment with an excellent return. 98% of our boys are successful. They break the cycle of sexual abuse. They go on to live productive lives. I encourage you, come to Generations, learn about us, meet our boys, and experience your defining moment.